I have never had seafood when I go there.
What?
I've never eaten seafood at the Bonefish.
Really?
No, I go there for their fucking meat. Their filet.
Really?
Maybe the best filet I've had at any fucking restaurant.
Seriously. Comparable to Texas Roadhouse? The Dallas
blows
filet.
it away.
Shut
blows
the
it
back
away.
door. Is it that ragu meat?
No.
Or... Really?
No, it is just an 8-ounce of the most tender filet where you just you cut it and it's just butter in your mouth the way, and it's so flavorful. I don't know that they put anything on it necessarily,
Season
but
it.
just that it just has this delicious, seared in, beefy richness that just. Oh, it's fantastic.
Wow, I'm going to have to go try it because I go to Texas Roadhouse just for the filet.
Oh, and
when I'm hankering a filet, go there and order I think it's the 8-ounce. Is that the biggest one they make in the filet? I think so,
yeah.
Oh, and I just love the fillets, man.
No, and that's really good. It's just every time we've gone there, it's been really great service. Yeah. They have a good cocktail menu too, but their food, they have one of their sides is au gratin potatoes.
Ooh.
Which is like an ice cream scoop of these cut up potatoes with breadcrumbs and hash cheese and little scoops of joy. Yeah, that's what they were.
I didn't realize I was this hungry this morning.
No, I didn't either. Just talking about it.
What called you guys to the Bonefish though? Because I mean, you hear Bonefish Grill and you see the logo, you're thinking seafood. What?
So, I had some people say that it was good, and I just like to try.
It's kind of like, is she into seafood?
She loves.
Hardcore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves the menu there.
All right.
But yeah, I personally just like to go out to eat. I think it's fun to go out to eat, and if you find a place that actually has a menu item that you dig,
right?
Because I'll go there and try to try something else, and it's always.
I can never try anything new.
Back to beef.
Yes.
Back to beef. That's
beef
what it always
rules,
ends.
Man.
So
beef rules.
It sounds delicious right now, but I'm hungry enough to eat my octopus teacher today. That's right. We talked about that on the last
did.
I was looking at my notes from last week, and it was scratched off, so I know we hit it. Because we have a tendency, by the way, it's a Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
And so many times, because we're getting foggy, from years of being lab rats.
Right.
That we forget that we'll do something on a podcast and I'll listen. I'll go, hey, we did that same thing on the one before. And we thought we were talking about it for the first time then, too.
Yeah, no.
That's what's fun about being us.
You take a couple of old hippies and burn out old hippies, and that's what could happen.
There's going to be some repeats.
So there's a movie about a teacher and an octopus?
Yeah, if you would have been listening.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It just fogged
James, you remember, don't you?
Just fogged in.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Well, I want to start this podcast by doing a little counting exercise. If everyone could count to 5 with me, if you're ready. 1, 2,
7,
3, 4, 5. Okay, there you go. You obviously work at Burger King. All right?
I do.
And you
That's
were
my
the one who
side
sacked my order, and I am still pissed about it. All right? This is what I want to start with. Well, apparently math. All right? That was something that was above the pay scale I was working with. When I got to the window and order my 5 croissant sandwiches, which they repeat back. Shut up. Which they repeat back. It's the corporate office of Burger King. We're sorry.
Right. Why are you talking about us?
But I repeat my order at the window. They repeat it back. Boom. 3 of the sausage, 2 of the ham. I get up there, dude at the window. Let me get that right. Now, this was 3 sausage, 2 ham. I said, right on, bro. Even knuckle.
You were going there.
And I was telling thanks. I said, I even thanked him for being a good one. I was trying to spread the joy, get all that.
Right.
Get my bag, hand it to Zayden. We're off. These dudes got it, man. They were repeated it right all the way. We get home and a 1, 2, 3, 4 in an empty sack.
No.
Yeah, and then you got to go through all right, who gets screwed here? And who does?
Not you.
Oh, yeah.
You?
Oh, no, it's me. It's me.
Kids are still growing. They can go get bread or something.
Oh, sure. But then when you see them
wouldn't
downstairs nibbling on it, and they're not, and I would have inhaled that thing.
Well, yeah.
And then they sit it down to play video games, and the dog comes down and gets half a croissant you didn't get.
Yeah.
I'm saying, all right,
I'm curious, why didn't you just not split one in half for the kiddos? Because that's what my mom would have done. She would never give up the croissant. It's either you take half of it, you take nothing.
Right.
It's just straight up that kind of mentality.
No, I understand. I guess I'm just a little more giving. And I get now and then okay, straight up. Let's
God,
okay, the look on his face.
If they can see the look on
Sorry.
his face.
No. I'll be more honest here. Now and then I like to play the Jesus card and pretend I'm a martyr.
Right.
And I like to just give it up so I can sit there and sulk
Brian.
and just and let them. Wow, he really gave that up. Too bad he's bitter.
Yep.
We should have given him half.
All right.
Shut his whiny ass up. That's it. But when you start the day with a light Burger King sack, you're upset.
Well, Burger King has been known to be light on the sack. I've, that old
Why
saying.
did I knew as that rolled off my tongue, I was just teeing up. There you go. I'll just step back so you whack that.
It's just like the Burger King drive-thru. You always get in the drive-thru.
Yep. Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
No, I should have counted everything.
Well, and you shouldn't have to open your sack right there at the window.
No. There should be some trust.
There should be a little bit, especially the way you were working the mojo with the vibe and everything.
I thought I was throwing out karma that was going to get me a proper order. I did get napkins though, so
well, and
that's the rarity.
Napkins are good.
Yeah,
because they cut way back on the napkins when we had the toilet paper epidemic. And
I don't remember that being an epidemic.
No, that was
an outbreak of toilet paper.
That was a toilet paper outbreak.
Rolls were just appearing under people's arms.
Something flared in the anus of everyone in the world, and toilet paper was on the brink. So napkins got a rough gig, and there was a shortage. But now I'm glad to see they're putting at least 2 to 3 napkins back in your sack.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Couple things I got to get off my chest before we get into the fun stuff.
You mean the Burger King? Wow, this is going to be
just
heavy.
the start. Just sit back. Heavy. It's therapy time.
Sit back, relax.
That's it. Okay, so I've been complaining about my rabbit infestation, and all these rabbits because I've got a junk house across the street from me and a junk house on the corner, an abandoned one on the corner that is overrun with weeds and everything. The most perfect habitat to hide if you're a rabbit.
Oh, absolutely.
In an abandoned home.
Absolutely.
The yard terrible. Or the place that has a garage sale every weekend that has a storage of playhouses and everything in their yard and house.
We noticed that. We almost wanted to stop and bust through the little, there was a maze of plastic.
Ridiculous.
I thought it must be a daycare.
It's a frickin' flea market.
Wow.
It's horrible.
Wow.
And the rabbits live all over there, but the rabbits would sit over there and breed. And I know they were breeding because we watched them. It's, things get a little boring on a Wednesday night sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Hey, honey, let's watch the rabbits. So, we can't afford porn.
No.
So we're watching.
Yeah.
So we're watching them.
James is turning me down already.
I know.
He just reached over and started turning me down.
For the young minds out there, they haven't figured out the internet yet, guys.
Right. Well, no, we're starting to.
No, and I don't care. I got rabbits, but these rabbits, the fruit of their labor has appeared.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So now I am inundated with all these little guys that are coming over, and I have a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree in my front yard.
You have or have?
I have.
Okay, good.
That Xander had brought home from school a couple years ago, and we planted, and has gotten to be, about maybe a foot tall, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
These little rabbits sit underneath that tree.
Oh, that's got to be so cute.
In this little circular thing my wife's put in to, enclose in it, and they just sit underneath there and think they're in cover.
I love it, man. It's so cute.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out to waterboard them.
Which is a form of hazing.
It is.
It is a legal form of hazing.
I get that hose after them.
Yeah.
And spray them, and they have gotten to where they look at that as refreshing.
Well, we are hot out.
Yeah. But they don't run until I come up and pressure blast them.
Yeah, well.
The water itself does not do it. I've got to pressurize them.
Right.
So I need to get a power washer out there and just blast the fur off these little suckers.
Yeah. Well, and if you go that far, then I got a good recipe I'll share with you. It's rabbit dumplings. And those little ones make the most perfect dumplings you've ever had in your life.
Aren't rabbits really just rats with a hop? You know?
Ish. I've had rats.
I mean, they're rodents.
They're better than rats.
Oh, you're going with taste. I'm just going with actual. They branch from the same tumbleweed of life.
Ish.
Ish. They're rodents, man. I got nothing. I got no love for rabbits. None. One more.
What you do for pigs?
I love pigs.
Your little guinea pig in the basement.
Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, Opie's really kind of nice.
I'm not going to lie. There was a little part of me that went through maybe pig dumplings, but I stopped. I didn't bust out with it. I just because the rabbit thing. And I mean, he was cute and fuzzy.
He is. And my dog Dante likes to come over and they'll sniff each other. And,
really?
Yeah, he'll lick it and they'll play together. They actually do. It's kind of cool.
That is cool.
But I had to go to the, while my wife was gone in Texas, I had to go to the pet store and get pet food. She didn't leave enough. All right. So this was on, and I didn't mean to say that like I can't do anything, but she didn't leave enough. And I hate you. So I got to go to the pet food store. So I, of course, take pictures of all the pet foods that I need to get. Because look, you get the wrong stuff. If your dog ain't used to lamb and you suddenly give him lamb instead of pork or whatever the hell, I mean, it can throw everything off and make liquid poop everywhere. All right. So I'm making sure I get the right stuff.
Sure.
So I head out to PetSmart, and I got to say, Walmart gets a bad rap for fashion. Because everyone talks about, you're going to Walmart, you don't need to get dressed, people wear anything.
Well, I mean, look at the door greeter.
Okay, no. They are like, that's like a 5-star restaurant compared to the pet food store. All right, I went in, and I know your wife works at a pet food store, does she not, James?
Oh, she does.
Okay, so she probably sees what I did, and that was a butt that was about 8 sizes too big for the pair of Think Pink shorts that was wrapped around it as it's walking into the pet food store, and I can see 2 full hams jiggling out the bottom, and I've got to follow her around and reach around her as she's bent over in front of the pepperoni to grab my pepperoni. And
so you were on the trail, man. I mean, you were.
Wait,
look.
You traveled to Denver?
No, why?
Because that's usually how they dress down there. You're describing Denver's public transportation system. No disrespect, Denver, but yes.
I just, you got to know.
No.
You got to know when you're leaving. Yeah, she but
knew.
What? Just please stop. Just please stop. The guy who was with her, it was your duty, man, to say no.
I bet he encouraged it.
I bet he did too, because I would. I would. I totally would, man. You got all that. Work it.
Look.
Work it.
I'm okay. I'll just leave this. I'll just say I don't mow shirtless out of the courtesy of my neighbors. All right? So.
But with that pink brand, you can't go wrong. That is crack-a-lackin'.
I forgot who I'm talking
I'm about
with
to say,
here.
I put on the big brand, and Amber was not satisfied about that.
Well, and he drives me crazy when he's got it on. It about kills me.
I'm glad somebody finds appreciation about it.
I totally
My wife did
brother.
not.
I got you, man.
Let's go back in time a moment. And so I went to PetSmart and picked up some pet food and got some food for the fish, and everybody was fed and happy when I got back home. Nothing else happened.
Plumber's crack in between.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Saw
Pink
nothing.
is my favorite color.
And obviously you haven't been to Walmart after 9. Because at that point, you're like, it's 9 o'clock at night. Where are your pants?
Oh. After 9, you said?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
as somebody who used to work the night shift, man, you see, that's when the freaks come out. Especially when they were 24/7 Walmarts. I don't know if we got those anymore.
No, I think because of that post 9 p.m. crowd.
It could be.
Weathered it down.
Or, again, the toilet paper pandemic.
You know, you ever have something that you think about and you think it's going to go one way, you know, as you play it out, and then you throw it out there and it just goes somewhere else or doesn't.
I
That was
mentioned
one
this
of those.
craze that
Yeah.
just disintegrated as soon as you threw the ball.
Yeah, it's one where if you could rewind time, you wouldn't have said shit. You know what I mean? So,
No, I'm in 4-dig, man. I'm making my own road, brother.
so Friday,
Friday. What are we doing Friday?
Quickly going to this trail.
we're going to get into what we're here for. We had the most incredible experience. I want to thank the Greeley Stampede and everybody involved in putting on that event. So awesome to get out, see people again, get hugs, get handshakes,
that
get high
killer,
fives,
man?
just sharing love, sharing joy, sharing laughs.
We got
You know,
propositioned. We had our pictures taken like insane.
It was a fantastic night.
Wow.
We had talked about hitting the Stampede, and ever since we got together, we've wanted to get out together, and it just, you know, life in the world
Right.
hasn't been a gathering place
Right.
until we're getting there now again. Stampede gave us our first little taste of that, and me, Scott, and James decided we were gonna run out there. The boys stopped by my house finally to see my home after I'd had it redone.
And I got to tell you, unbelievable, man. Outstanding job.
It looks really good,
It
doesn't
really
it?
does. It's got an open feel. I mean, I don't want to go lead astray here, but awesome job, dude.
Thank
Did
you, man.
really well on the house.
No,
Beautiful.
it feels good in there. I finally got my boys over there, and we're sitting around talking. We said, yeah, you know what? We should run out to the for the Stampede for a couple hours tonight.
Yep.
You know, let's go out for a couple before the show starts and just, you know, visit with some folks, and then we'll
just
duck
hang
on
out.
home. You know, thought we'd probably be out there from like 5 to 7, maybe 8 o'clock.
What
you
an
know?
adventure.
Yeah, well, that changed.
So how did it start, Brian?
We shut up. We get into the parking lot. Got a prime parking spot. Boys were impressed with where I could get us. All right.
Unbelievable.
So we get to the parking spot. We get out, and I hate carrying keys around, and I have a fob that is separate from the keys. So I took my fob off my keychain, threw my keys in the truck, held onto my fob because I didn't want them damn keys. And we go to leave. And I look back, and I'm like, man, I'm not happy with how I parked. I'm sticking out a little bit like
Right.
an a-hole. I want to change that. So I click it, jump into the truck, move it, put it in park, lock it, go to take off, realized I'd set my fob down inside there when I went in to start it up. We got a locked-in set of keys. Nothing. The back window is open, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches.
Thanks to James.
Yes.
My
Who
laziness
forgot
paid
to
off.
roll it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And I'm looking, and I'm like, man, there's no way. I got to call a tow truck, or I got to try to get my daughter to meet us somewhere.
Dude,
and
you
find-
were 7 levels of stressed, man.
I
You were
hate
all
that.
across the board, bro.
Well,
and I get it.
I
get it.
wanted to get it taken care of so then I could rest
Right,
easy.
right.
Walking around going, we'll get it at the end of the night. No, I know me at the end of the night, and I can't even get, you know.
No, you were absolutely panicked.
There's no, so, well, I wouldn't go panicked. You haven't seen, if you thought that was panic, brother,
I'm with Brian on this
Lord.
one. Yeah, he wasn't that panicked. He
No.
was just a little stressed. He's going,
Hey,
damn it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
So,
you.
well,
He's over.
yeah.
He's exaggerating
Yeah,
the
he's
panic
going a little Jersey
thing.
Shore on this one.
Did
Says-
you not see me when you had the snake
I
last
need to
week?
text
That
my
was
daughter.
panic.
I need to text my daughter. Find the extra key fob. I don't know where it is. It's in the house somewhere. Never mind, I'm calling a tow truck. What should we do? Can you get it? No, I'm just calling a tow truck. Dude, you were freaking out, bro. You were inside.
I was
a
trying
hot
to
mess.
put an end to the situation so we could move on. Is what I
Instead
was
of
trying to do, because I
calmly
can't let something
persevering.
hang with me or it's going to ruin my whole night. I got to take care of it.
I get that.
All right?
I totally get that.
So, Scott's saying all along, look, dude, get me 6 feet of baling wire and I can get this done. I'm like, yeah, right. This is another big talk from a redneck. I've heard this shit for years. You know, and where are we going to find baling wire? Oh, wait, we're at a rodeo.
Man, if you can't
So-
find baling wire here.
We start walking around and find a couple of Stampede Wranglers, you know, and I asked them, and they let us back behind the arena to go and try to find some baling wire. We asked redneck after redneck, and we find one guy sitting there in a lawn chair by his truck.
Right.
You got a baling wire? Yeah, I sure do.
Back in that white truck, left hand side.
Exactly. Scott goes back there. There's about 6 feet on a spool. He said, just take it.
Yep.
So we go back to the truck, and we are there for about an hour.
Yeah, we were. We had to work it.
While we're there, Scott's dripping with sweat because he's covered in fur. All right, he's dripping. I about 4 times said, screw it, I'll call the tow truck. That's what it's in, because I didn't want to see him going. James is on one side of the truck navigating him. I've got this fob sitting between the seats by the shifter where I put pens, and it's got a little tiny eyelet on it.
Yep.
About maybe a quarter inch across.
It was small.
It might have been a quarter inch opening. Scott, as I'm hollering, saying we get a tow truck, he says, dude, shut up. We are exactly where we're supposed to be.
Oh, come on.
Just relax.
Come on, man.
We're where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be anywhere else but right here.
That's right.
And then he's fishing a little bit, and James is going, no, you're almost there, a little bit there. Then all of a sudden you hear this, and Scott starts reeling in so slowly, and there's this little hook on the end of the baling wire with my fob hanging on it, coming through the window.
I think your words were, if you get this out, you're going to be a whole nother level of legacy to me.
Yes.
I believe that's what you said.
Achieved.
There you go.
But I got to point out, though, Scott stressed there for a moment, too, and panicked because it clipped onto the chair.
Right.
When he had the fob.
Yeah, so
that
I don't
was
think
panic.
you've seen that. So you got one of those seat covers. Mm-hmm. They got that little rubber band type thing that holds it in. As I was coming out of the cup holder, it come over and it hooked the band.
Yeah,
and so I was hooked to the band and the fob, and I thought, this is it.
This is it. It's going down.
It's going to go right down between the seats. And so I just took a deep breath, backed it off. The band popped off. Oh, dude, it was...
I was just getting a little shaky thinking about it again.
Well, and I kept having to remind you, listen, you give a trapper 6 foot of baling wire, he'll get your fob and feed you for life.
And that's exactly, I got my truck out, 2 coyotes.
Yeah, right.
And it was incredible. And we still got the wire.
Right,
we still got the wire. It's got a few walleyes strung on it right now. It was a great trip to the fair.
It was. Oh, it was incredible.
Then we caught a funnel
But it
cake.
all worked out. It all worked out. I mean, the timing was incredible.
See, everything happens for a reason. Because if all these series of events that we're going to talk about hadn't happened, we wouldn't have ended up in the situation we ended up in.
That's right, man.
All right, so we start walking. We're hitting the food court. We're hitting everywhere. Scott's got his vest with the beaver front and the gator back with the tail.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So obviously, even without that, he's going to draw attention. But you put me out there. A lot of people know me. But what was happening was people would look and go, "What the hell is that?" And is Brian Gary with him?
That's Brian Gary.
You know,
dude, it worked, man.
But
I was the bait.
You're walking around, and a couple things that stuck out. It was so cool to get out in public and continuously hear people shout, "It's the Mike in the Mountain." You know how cool that was? Because we haven't gotten to get out and, you know. But
get it to that level.
To have people recognize as the Mike in the Mountain when we went through, that was a real cool moment for us.
Heck yeah, it was,
you know,
man.
we've been doing this for a year, but we really haven't had a lot of chance to make appearances. Right. So to get out was just cool. And to walk with Scott, you can hear, it's like a chiropractor's office. Because you can hear the sound of neck snapping as people are turning, trying to get a clue of, what was that? Who was that? We need to get their autograph because they've got to be famous because nobody walks around like that who's just nobody.
Right.
You know?
That is no lie.
We're
nobody.
Yeah.
We're We're just the Mike in the Mountain.
We're walking around, and James, just walks behind us with his funnel cake, and
The bodyguard.
and that's what we realized it looked like. Was we were like Brooks and Dunn, and he was the bodyguard going behind
That
us.
was unreal.
But
Unreal.
we'd go around a corner, and it's a group of 3 ladies. Oh, we got to get our picture taken, and I'm thinking, cool. I get in for one, and then I'm shoved off, and it's just everybody with Scott.
Now wait a minute. We're both thinking, shit, they must know Brian, and Brian's going, well, how's Scott know them? I mean, we were battling in our minds like, Brian knows him. Brian knows him.
It was so cool, the amount of pictures that stopped and that we posed for and that you did, that people probably put up or are sitting going, someday I'm going to know who this is.
Right. They're searching the
It's
web like,
gonna
who the
come to me.
hell?
That's
Where's the facial recognition app?
Oh, but I mean, another hit to a little bit of the ego shots when you hang around with him.
Huge.
No, because I look at the Facebook posts of some friends of mine saying, what a highlight. Finally got to meet Critter Getter. Oh, and it was cool to see Brian too.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No way.
Jerks. That's it.
Dude, seriously, man?
Yeah, but man, I tell you
wow.
what, it was just awesome walking through there. I think you almost got a lifetime supply of free Mary Kay.
Yeah, I could have. They were on that like white on rice, weren't they?
We're walking through the Midway. And one of the fun things about walking through the Midway is having the ability to ignore everything that the carnies are shouting at you.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I've always just tuned it out. Hey,
Right.
cowboy hat, come on over here, win something for your grandchild.
Talking
All
smack,
that
yep,
stuff.
yep,
And
yep.
I ignore, keep going.
Yep.
And we all had those blinders on. We're walking, but I could hear this one gal keep
That was
hollering,
incredible.
dude in the vest. You in the vest, come here. And we're just blowing it off like, yeah, come over here, throw a ball or
Right.
whatever. She finally says, I don't want you to play my game. I just want to talk to you.
That was, I bet that ain't never happened, man.
No, so
I bet that ain't never happened.
that stopped us, and we went over there, and she just had to, what is that? And she was pointing at Scott, not the vest.
Right,
Just,
right.
what is that?
No, I am a human.
That's it.
I'm alive.
But it was great to stop and explain.
Just one adventure after another, man.
It was.
Just continued.
But we had put in some good time trucking around, and it was like, that was fun. That was
Right.
Had a great time. We should probably usher on home, because I thought it was just going to be. I knew Lauren Elena was playing that night.
Right.
All right, and that there'd be a good crowd for that. But I didn't have tickets, and I thought, we put in a day already. Let's start heading home. And as we're walking out, a golf cart goes by, and the gal driving it, who I've known for years, Joy, hollers out, Brian, and just screams it, because I haven't seen her in a couple years,
Yeah.
And then I can see that she's toting, it looked like a band with her, I thought, because, I'm used to seeing that. And then I hear somebody in the band going, hey, Brian, and I'm thinking, oh, yeah, they're playing the, she screamed my name, so they're going to do it. Yeah, that's funny. And we take a few more steps towards my car, and my phone goes off, and it's Drake White. Who I thought was playing the next night on the free stage. I didn't know he was that night. And the message says, hey, brother, that was me who hollered at you in the golf cart. I'm like, no way. And Drake goes on at 11. It's about 8:15.
Right.
All right, no way we're going to see that, boys. That ain't going to happen.
No.
So we start heading home. We get about to my driveway. My phone blows up again. It's Drake White. And Drake says, hey, brother, go on at 11. Going to be back there about 9:30. Why don't you guys come back at 10 and let's hang until the show.
Right.
We look at each other and say, we ain't sleeping tonight, boys.
No,
how do you pass that up?
Right.
How do you pass that up?
That's what we were arguing in the truck, man.
Yeah,
We're
you don't. No.
There was more to this too, because what do you had to do the next day, Brian?
Yeah.
No, this is what was holding me up. The next day, I had to get picked up at 5:45 a.m. to get to Cheyenne for a fundraiser for High Plains Honor Flight.
Right.
Which, locked in, ready. That's why I was going to get some rest. And then it's like Drake saying, come back. And Well, we're pretending we're in college, boys.
Yeah,
this,
that's it.
This is going to be. We're
All
young
right.
man. We're
Get
going to do
another beer
this.
and hot dog, and here we go.
So we went and we had. You talk about a brother. I mean, Drake and I have always been close, but I felt the bond get even more real. Visiting him, we got to spend about an hour with him before the show.
Yeah,
and not just visiting, we got deep.
Oh man,
you know,
dude, like blood brother deep, man.
Yeah,
like Spirit of the Wild type deep, man.
And that's what he's always said, we're spirit brothers,
right?
The Drake and I, and they, of course, had made the comment about Scott's vest when they drove by. That's tell the dude we love his vest, and that's well, he's coming with me.
Right,
you know?
right.
But it's one of those now, like you see Drake,
right?
You're going to know him.
Oh yeah,
you guys will know each other
yeah.
for the rest of your lives.
Oh
now.
yeah, brother's unbelievable,
After that,
man.
just. And what a show. See, we were thinking then, all right, you know, we got to hang out with Drake. That's more than anybody gets to do.
Right.
You know, I'm full. You know, I'm going to do that. Let's watch a few songs.
Right.
It is impossible to just watch a few songs of a Drake White show because you're hooked in.
Oh, man. I've been listening to his music solid since, man. I mean,
you're feeling it, aren't you?
Oh, man, it's swampy. It's got soul, and especially, I don't know, maybe getting to meet the brother and hear the full testimony of how he got attacked by that grizzly bear.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
it's the story he's going with and he's sticking with.
Right.
That's it.
And that's something I yearn to have happen, man, is a tangle with a grizzly bear. And here, this brother did it and survived, man.
Allegedly. No, that's just brother has walked through hell and back.
Oh,
and
wow.
He is a true inspiration as a human being.
Right.
As a human, he absolutely, and as a musician, he's just incredible. We stood there and could not stop just staring at the stage and getting into the music. We closed down the damn Stampede that night. I haven't done that in ages.
Well, and you and I had no intention. I mean, we were as stiff as this wall here, and it wasn't the good kind.
No, I was hurting.
Oh, buddy, my lower back. Oh,
but I also want to thank my buddy Sean Patrick. You know,
Sean,
from Big 97.9 locally, Sean gave me the opportunity. For years, I was on that stage where Drake was playing, introducing acts, performing, doing. I mean, I spent years on that stage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hadn't been on it for a long time, and Sean was going out to introduce Drake, and he said, "Why don't you come with me?" And I'm like, dude, I don't want to go out there and take any.
No, you were straight up. You were humble about it, man.
And he said, no, I want you out there with me. This would be cool. So that was just really gracious of him to let me go up there and share the stage,
dude,
to bring
I could
Drake
tell
on.
You felt that vibe, man, walking up them stairs.
Oh, those are my people, man.
I know, man. I know. I could see it on you, dude.
I
could see it. It was oozing off you, bro.
Oh, it felt was oozing. It was the spark that used to constantly burn in me.
Yep.
That got a little ignition again. You know, it got me that feel. But it was an incredible evening there, and I got to see a lot of folks and let them know, by the way, that I am going to be back on the radio as well.
Right.
Which I'm going to be doing. This is staying where it is. This continues because I can't do this shit on the radio. And a brother needs this.
Yes, we do.
All right.
This is not a want. This is a need.
But, you know, I'm going to take I'm still going to be funny. I'm going to be goofy, but I'm going to do what I always did for 30 years on the radio when I was playing music. I'm going to do the same vibe, the same feel, but I'm going to do it in a 2-hour talk show. Weekdays from 3 to 5 on KFKA, 1310 AM, 103.1 FM. And you can get it online anywhere in the world at 1310kfka.com.
Tune in.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to have brothers like Scott come on with me occasionally. And what it's going to do, it's just, I'm just going to open it up and be me, my life, and all that craziness for a couple hours each weekday. And more than anything, I just want to inject, like we try to do, some joy, some laughter, some hope, some fun, maybe a little education, maybe whatever happens.
Right.
And that's just the way it's going to flow.
That flows good.
Oh,
that flows especially here.
Yeah, I know. What's really scary is a year with you and without FCC constrictions.
Right.
Can I get that filter back installed? Because I think
that's gonna be tough.
No, because I think where the filter was is grown shut.
Right.
I think we're going to need to pierce it again to get it back
we
in.
busted it wide open.
Something's happened,
Yes.
but we'll see how that fixes.
But
But
how many days a week? What days are you going to be on?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, man.
3 to 5.
Wow,
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah, it's going to be a kick. I am
Right
definitely
on.
looking forward to that. So,
Dude.
hopefully, check that out.
What day again?
That's Monday through Friday.
No. What day do you start?
Oh, I'm sorry. On the 19th of July. 19th of July, that Monday will be my first day back on the air, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Right on.
But I want to do some things like I want to do a feature about wildlife.
Yeah.
You know, and things that are going on, because we talk about all these things that are happening. My wife was telling me the story of she had her friend's friend was complaining that her neighbor's yard is overgrown and they have raccoons. And these raccoons have been coming into their yard.
Yep.
And they see them, but they figure, I don't want to spend any money on this because this is really my neighbor's problem.
Right.
Because they're bringing them in and they should be the ones doing that. So I'm just not going to worry about it because they're just showing up occasionally and doing that. And her whole thing was, I don't want to have somebody come out here and kill them.
Sure.
All right? Which, okay, I get all that. The next day, some friends of hers dropped off a bunch of kittens for her to watch. Well, I don't know what the scenario was or whatever, but she's got this group of cats. Well, what do you think happened, Scott?
Well, I know raccoons are big fans of kittens.
Yes.
Yes, and they're edible.
They were.
They were edible.
The coon came over and wiped out all the cats.
No, they love cats.
Took the cats out.
Oh, yeah.
Lady still was like, but I don't really want to kill them. Yet you're broke up over all these cats that were just killed by this. At what point that was nature. Shouldn't nature come into play the other way too? But this is where the emotions come in that you always talk about.
Right.
How do you deal with that scenario when you're trying to talk to somebody?
That's the golden answer. I think that's something we're all pressing into you and I mean, we come from different levels of understanding the emotion.
Absolutely.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally okay. But when it comes to wildlife and where we're going, trying to help people to understand that, guess what? You're going to die too someday. We're all everything lives and dies. The planet will continue to rejuvenate and rebuild. But as humans, man, nobody wants to take responsibility for the wildlife. When there's raccoons, I mean, I get some clients that go, well, they're not mine.
Right, which is this experience right
Why
there.
should I have to pay for it? I'll call the division. So they call the division. The division says, they're not ours. We just regulate what can and can't be done to them. And then they call Wildlife Services, federal government. And they're like, you got the wrong number. They ain't ours. So where man continues to, again, we talked about this, fragment and build and build and build and build. And what I love is the people that have already in a house and built in Boulder and tell me that we need to put restrictions on building and stop houses going up. Well, you're
Didn't
in
you
a
just
house?
do it? Yeah.
Well, why can't we? So there's this big dramatic, and I don't know. This is a psychological thing, man. Because again, the wildlife deserves to be in that backyard, especially if it's overgrown and there's trash. And you've created a habitat for it to survive.
Yes.
And should it be your neighbor's problem? No, but you talked about the house down on the end that's been condemned or whatever from your place, and it's overrun. What's crazy about this is if your grass gets a couple inches too high, either the HOA or the city is going to be right up you like nobody's business. Get it trimmed. But then stuff like this can happen down the road. Nobody's doing nothing about it. City's like, well, we don't want to pay somebody to go in there and clean that up. It's not ours. We just regulate how it's taken care of. So it's a hot mess, man. It really is a hot mess. Thing is, if they're coming into your... You put kittens on. It's educate, understand, and respect. You put kittens out on the back
Doesn't common sense come into play a little bit?
No, not anymore. Shouldn't
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, when it comes to wildlife, there's none of that anymore, man. There's none of that. I mean, holy cow, good for you taking care of the raccoons, putting the kittens out back. That's a fortified meal. That is a really nutritious, that was like filet mignon to the raccoons. I mean, it really was. So take care of the raccoons.
Well, I understand that she got a great Yelp review from the raccoons after that.
Move to this part of town.
So cool, you know.
Free kittens on Sunday. No, I'm
Kids
not.
eat free.
Let us regulate your kitten population. Brought to you by Coons R Us.
I was standing out back and offering for $1.50 you can buy this big yellow cup. And
With it, you get a free baby kitten to go to the raccoon zoo.
Ooh, cup
that
of
was
kitten.
bad.
I'm sorry.
Bad.
That was just. I have a cat and I love my kitten.
I love kittens
No,
too.
I do.
No,
I do.
don't.
This was just.
I
This,
don't.
I know you don't. I do.
don't.
But this was just. That was just
I'm
wildlife.
allergic.
It was
There are too many of them. They're too hard on our birds. Again.
I love kitties.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. All right.
Wait, did you find that ironic though that this lady's just merciful to the kitten or to the raccoons, but can't be merciful to the birds? That the kittens are bred.
Well, again,
to...
it's uneducated, man. That's a great point, man.
Picking your poison. These are cuter.
Right.
These are cuter.
Well, if people don't, here's what I love, man. People don't want me to humanely euthanize an animal that's in your yard. But do you know the biggest destroyer of wildlife? The biggest destroyer of wildlife.
Cats.
Roads. Cars.
Oh, yeah, I saw lots of proof of that.
We've seen them, man.
Yeah.
Man, so don't give me this, your concern. We just continue fragmenting and taking over. We're covering up the dirt, man. And they got to eat something, so why not kittens?
No, the problem is raccoons are cute.
They are.
And
they are.
I mean, they really are. When it comes to cuteness, really does come into play in people's emotions.
Oh yeah, we have this discussion all the time about vultures. Like
Yes,
they're
and
a
pandas. The vultures versus the pandas.
That was my wife just had the experience where people thought they were eagle watching,
right.
Yep.
and they were turkey vultures.
Yep.
That they were seeing, and then when they find out, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, but they're vital to the system though. Very vital because the cleanup crew for the scraps off the roads and all that stuff too.
Ravens, crows.
Yeah, but they're not given the respect that's deserved because as you mentioned, the cuteness factor is not there. Whatsoever.
And I was thinking of how this comes into play. Just the other day, I'm out on the deck, and there may have been Gorilla Glue involved, but I'm out on the deck. There definitely was because I just
Yeah, don't try to play around.
no, because it's the only way to explain what happened.
There's no FCC coverage here.
No,
Okay?
just okay. All right, so
Let it rip.
I'm outside. I'm on my deck, and it was one of those where you ever just put your hand out in front of you and look at it and go, "Oh, it's really a weird looking thing, man."
Oh, dude.
Your hand is really strange, man.
Right.
Is that mine?
I got equipped with
That's
that.
really kind of cool. Look at the way.
Oh, you were
And
totally on Gorilla Glue.
No, dude, just trust me here. All right, this isn't unusual. I do a lot of this.
No, I know. Yeah,
I look at my body and go,
I've been
really?
there. No, I have to.
So
I have to a few times.
I set it on the wood railing on the top of the deck, and I'm just kind of looking at my hand, and then I see, there's a ladybug.
Oh.
You know, and I'm just looking at this little ladybug, and I'm like, man, of course, spent hours with it. Wow, let's try to get him to climb up my hand, and I'm giving him all and then, he's up there, and I'm just, I'm playing with this ladybug, and I'm just looking at it.
So I'm seeing the sun, you coming up, going down, you coming up, going down, you're there for days.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Day 3.
And you,
Still just looking at the ladybug. It's moving, and it's so cute, that orange and the black dots. And then I went, wait a minute, what if you were just, gray or black and just look like... The only reason I'm letting you do this is because you got that cute orange back on you.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just a little freaking beetle.
Right.
You're just a little bug.
And what happens to those other little dingy-ass beetles?
They just get flicked off. I would have gone...
Right.
Probably done that to him.
No love.
But the ladybug, I'm sporting and I'm smiling, and it's all because it's cute.
Yeah.
That's it. So
it's a psychological, man. It's a mess.
I got to get better looking because I could get away with more stuff.
Me too.
I think that's
Me too.
yeah. No, dude, you're always gonna look like wildlife,
right? Bam. Yeah.
But hey,
yeah,
we had a great time out of the Stampede, and look forward to more great times getting out and seeing people now that we can get out and about again. It's what we live for. Man. Thanks to everybody who stopped us and said hi to us. And, you see us out and about, come and talk to us, man. There is nothing we love more than just getting to sit, visit with people, and make relationships. It's what it's all about, man.
Absolutely. And listen, if you're having a party or get together or a bachelorette party, call us up. We're fairly cheap. We can put on a show. I mean, we love to entertain, and we're a laugh. We're a hoot. I
think at least we'll enjoy ourselves.
Yes, totally. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Party crashers, baby.
And 1 out of every 23 tends to enjoy it.
So call 1-800-PARTY-CRASHers.
I don't know where that will take you.
Don't call that either.
No, but you can, just check out the Mike in the Mountain or CiscoMWE.com.
Yeah.
Either of those will work.
Yeah.
You got anything going on? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
You put me on the spot there, man.
Hey, we're about to get into a heat wave. Keep that in mind. And as I talked about your pets, remember when it gets to be 100 degrees, your dog probably ain't up for that ride in the car. Just make sure everybody's watered, including yourself, because dehydration can be really, really rough. We think we're cool. We get outside doing our thing, and you don't hydrate. Next thing you know, you're dizzy and you drop. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me many times.
It happened to me this morning doing water aerobics. I mean, I started getting lightheaded. It was tough. It's hot out there.
You are so full of crap. It just oozes out of you.
Remember, this is the guy who says you panic a lot.
Yeah, good point.
This is the guy.
Good point. Yeah.
So I'm not full of crap.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
All right.
We'll
try to fleet him and get that out of there. Give the show an enema, and we'll see how it cleans out for next time, all right? Until then.
Educate, understand, and respect.
I'm Brian Gary.
I'm Scott Cisco.
We're the Mike in the Mountain. Thanks for checking us out. You are full of it.
Dude, we rock, bro. We rock. We just freaking rock, bro. Seriously, man. Dude, it kills me. Why is this not through the roof, man? I mean, there is nothing like us.
Well, I have a list of reasons right here, and
we'll
go over them.
No, that's a list we've been trying to go through for the last year.
Actually, just look at the show notes from the last year. That's the list of reasons. Just keep shooting the firework. Let's see if it explodes.
Shoot to get. Shoot to get. Oh. Good stuff, man. Oh.